Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, and I've got another Franco film I wanted to cover today, and that is 1988's Faceless, a modern take on the awful Dr. Orloff story that Jess Franco originally filmed. Or you could also look at it as a reboot of Eyes Without a Face. We could do that too. 1988's Faceless is a film released by Severin, and it's a 4K release. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Very, very beautiful looking film. The 4K looks fantastic. The audio and video quality is fantastic. The story is very simple. Basically, you've got a doctor played by Helmut Berger who he and his sister is attacked by a woman that went through a failed surgery with him, cosmetic surgery, and she throws acid on his sister's face. And so he spends the rest of the movie trying to hunt down and capture girls, including the beautiful Carolyn Monroe. And essentially he's trying to transform his sister back to the beautiful girl that she was by transplanting their face. So that's basically the storyline. You've got a huge great cast in this. Telly Savalas plays Carolyn Monroe's father, who sends Chris Mitchum, a private investigator, to try to find his daughter. Of course, Chris Mitchum is Robert Mitchum's son. It's a slasher film, but it's also really an Orloff kind of a reboot with a lot of gore in it. It's a French film produced by Rene Chateau, who did essentially made his money during the VHS tape phase in the 80s. And this is his only film he produced. And when you go and listen to the audio commentary track, which includes Jess Franco and Lena Romay, and then you watch the extras, you'll quickly figure out that Rene Chateau didn't know what he was doing. He would fire editors. I mean, he would make these demands on Franco during the production that made it a damn miracle that the movie got made at all, to be honest. The production values look good except for the special effects. The special effects were bonked because Rene Chateau demanded that that Jess have the special effects people there on site, on location, while he shot the film, each scene that needed special effects. Whereas Franco was used to the norm, which is you shoot all the stuff without the special effects, and then you do the special effects in studio. And so the special effects absolutely suffered. But having said that, they still look pretty damn good, except for really one scene. There's a scene where a faceless woman gets her head cut off, and you can tell. I mean, it really looks bad, really, really bad. Gruesome kills in this. You've got a drill to the temple. Of course, you've got a chainsaw cutting the person's head off. The surgery scenes, which apparently were painstaking, were fantastically done, I think. They look great, gory as all get out. Carolyn Monroe had kind of limited role in this. Once she gets captured by the doctor, she spends most of the time locked up in this asylum room and just kind of waiting for the worst to come, you know. But I thought she still did a very good job. There's a really creepy guy that played in Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Osborne, a French actor that was basically kind of the gross, kind of the hitman, if you will. He and Bridget LaHaye, who's also in this film, if you don't know Bridget LaHaye, she was in a lot of porn, and she also did some films with Jean Roland and, of course, Franco. She's the blonde bombshell assistant of the doctor, Helmut Berger. You've even got Anton Diffring in this. basically Helmut Berger actually calls in Anton Diffring, who is a Nazi, former Nazi. Anton Diffring always played a Nazi, always. And in this one, it's no different. He plays the Nazi doctor that Helmut Berger brings in to do the actual surgery itself, and he's excellent in this as well. The ending is just drop dead fantastic, a throwback to the Edgar Allan Poe stories. Uh, I love the ending. It's actually got a lot of dark humor attached to it. This is not your typical Franco film in that you don't have a lot of zoom close-ups. You don't have that hypnotic, esoteric feel that his other films have. This is just a straight up story that really, and it's told in a way that you would expect any competent director would do it. I mean, and I think it shows Franco's versatility in general. It's a 9 out of 10. I think it's one of his best. I'm not going to say it is his best. It's one of his best. As far as special features, this thing is loaded. First of all, you've got, of course, you've got the 4K, Ultra HD, and then you got the Blu-ray. There's an audio commentary that I mentioned. Jess Franco and Lena Remay talk about the making of the film. You've got a lot of interviews. Most of these are in the 20-minute range. One is, of course, with Bridget LaHaye. You've also got Kim Newman weighing in on this. He seems to weigh in on everything, but Kim Newman gives his impressions of the film. You've got Carolyn Monroe talking about the film as well. And I think that's 20 minutes. Then you've got the obligatory Stephen Thrower overview, which I think was like 40 minutes long. And then you've got a variety of interviews, archival interviews with Chris Mitchum and Telly Savalas and Helmut Berger. And then you got an archival interview with Jess Franco and Chris Mitchum and a selected scene commentary with Chris Mitchum. So this thing is loaded. I definitely recommend it for any Franco fan. Severin did an outstanding job. And I can't say enough good things about it. If you've seen Faceless and you want to leave some comments in the description box below, in the comment box below, please do. And appreciate you watching.